Hello everyone, my name is Anthea and welcome back to The Long Dark for the 10th episode in our survival playthrough. Okay, let's head for the coastal highway. I am a fair bit overburdened, for crying out loud. Okay, well. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna kind of take a... Shortcut's not the right word, but take a different track. We're doing really well. It's pretty cold out here, but our clothes are kick-ass and they're keeping us nice and warm. It's a little foggy, but it is early in the morning. So you have about 10 hours of daylight left. So hopefully that'll clear up a little bit as we go. The reason I'm so burdened is I'm carrying I managed to get a wolf and a deer. Popped out, kind of the last last vestiges of daylight there, and managed to grab up. The wolf had just took that deer down as I kind of came down the hill, and so he turned and came after me right away, and so I was more than happy to put him down and get the meat off both of them. So I got a lot of food. I'm carrying a pretty big supply of water, all the tools that I think I'm going to need. So yeah, it's a little bit heavy, and it means we're going to get tired a little bit faster, but I'm hoping that I think it's getting more foggy. Gah. I still want to hit the dam on the way out too and hit those lockers that were locked, but I did bring my bedroll, and so what we might do is we might just hit the dam, get those lockers that we were missing the other time, and then just rest up there and then move on tomorrow, if that's something that I think we need to do. So our options are pretty open. You do wear your bedroll out every time you sleep in it a little bit, so it's good to kind of not overuse it. But since the dam wasn't nice enough to have some kind of like staff bed in a corner somewhere, we have to make do with what we got. And in case anybody's wondering why I'm traveling with the rifle and not the bow, it's because I'm not really worried about hunting right now. It's more of a defensive kind of thing. If a wolf comes at me, I want to make sure I can put it on the ground without giving it a chance to jump me, hopefully. There are no guarantees. Bunny, 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 bunny. That's why you see those things, and for a second you think it's a wolf that's farther away or something. Deceptive. I'm also not too worried about picking up all these sticks and whatnot, because I can't carry them right now. Temperature's still pretty good. I mean, if it wasn't for the clothing I'd be wearing, I wouldn't be out here right now probably, because it'd be too cold to stay outside for very long. But the aside from the weight issue is just kind of the thing. But aside from the weight, there's just no comparison. If you are playing to where you're just trying to go for a bunch of days survived and you've kind of set up a base somewhere and you're hunting, it can be a good idea to keep like a set of like good, but not like animal clothing. You know, it's like your premium winter coat, and those items. You know, you can keep a set of those around, and then also have your animal items. And that way, you, if the weather's nice outside, you just throw on the man-made stuff, the synthetic stuff, and go and do what you need to do. And then if the weather's marginal, or you're just not sure if it's going to hold out, but you really need to go do something, you can throw on the wolfskin jacket and the deerskin pants and whatnot, and go out and still get it done pretty safely in terms of exposure. Not always, you know. It can get cold enough to overwhelm even these clothes, So you shouldn't treat it as if it's a silver bullet and that you're going to be fine forever. But it is a pretty good way to hedge your bets against the weather. I will say. I mean, we're getting plus 22 just from the clothing, and it's 15 degrees of wind resistance. So, if it's 22 below and the wind chill is 15, you're still going to feel like it's 0. And that's nothing really to joke about, really. That's some pretty serious insulation. I also need to be mindful about hills. Going up steep hills while you're carrying a lot of stuff is also dangerous. Again, this is kind of hearsay. I've got no evidence to back it up, but I think that I read somewhere that the more you're carrying, the more likely you are to that's a deer. The more likely you are to hurt yourself. So. I should be coming up on the bridge, and that might be actually over there, and this might be the hill up to the dam. Should be coming up on the train tracks. Yes, indeed. There's the open way into the ravine area that leads to the coastal highway. And there's the little collapsed shack thing that's right outside the dam. So here we are. We made it to the dam. I'm not exactly sure why I'm feeling the need to go. I guess it's the completionist in me a little bit. Don't leave anything behind that you might be able to use. And it could have more rifle rounds, and ammunition's certainly nothing to sneer at, so. I think I forgot my lantern back at the camp office, so I'll have to take the one that's here. Okay, well, we're still doing pretty good. Is there any, not full kilos? I can eat that one. That's 0.2. It's less full than I was thinking, but trying to shed some weight here a little bit. Unknown hours of daylight left. So here's the lamp I left myself. It doesn't look like I left any lantern fuel. I left a lot of lantern fuel behind. But, it's it is what it is. I'm not going to go back for it at this point. I'm too lazy. So, bedroll, go ahead and just drop that so that I can just go sleepy bye. I think I left the lantern. Did I leave the lantern? Yeah, I left the lantern. Okay. Alright, now, can't remember if any of the lockers up here were locked. Kind of just, I can still see pretty well up here, so I'm not gonna worry about using the lantern here, but when I go downstairs I'm gonna have to take it with me, because even getting over into this corner, it's pretty bad. Locker, metal shelf, okay. Alright, well, what we're gonna do, since I can hold up to 5. So I'm gonna put the water in here, and then we're gonna also just gonna, now I can get 1. That almost gets me down below enough. Drawer, here we go. That can hold 10. So I should probably take the water with me, just on the principle of the matter. So we'll take a little bit of wolf meat. We're gonna grab that water again, because I'm only gonna take 1. I shouldn't need more than that. And that gives us a little bit of weight to play with. Then we can come back up here and grab all our stuff before we leave. Equip it. Maybe if I'll get lucky, I'll pick up some more lantern fuel. That would be totally sufficient just to, you know, give me what I need. Because I'm going to take this lantern with me. Scrap metal. Hey, look at that. Because you might need the light. And, yeah, so it is what it is. There's one. So we're going to go and turn this off. Wow, I can't see anymore. Force it open. Sewing kit, probably end up leaving that behind. Basic winter coat, leave that behind. Well, that's unfortunate. Lantern, there we go. Remember, this door, you cannot come back inside. Feel the need to like just keep reminding people about that because it will get you. It got me once, it will get you too. If you let it. Those clipboards, I always think, oh, there's something I missed. No, just a clipboard. Don't worry about it. Did I get both these things? Yeah, okay, good. Take advantage of the light coming in from outside while I can. There's that backpack. Okay, looks like I might have just enough light to... Ooh, back in this corner. Empty lockers? There we go. I think there was only the two, so this should be it. Bandage, won't say no to a bandage. Salty crackers, cured leather. Well, some stuff I'm going to be leaving behind, but at least now I don't have to, you know, stress about it. I know that I did my due diligence and got the stuff that I needed to get. Alright, back up to the control room and 8 hours of daylight. I might just keep on going, actually. Whoa, hey, let's not throw the lantern, that'd be bad. So this is just some more stuff that we're going to be carrying with us, but as we move, we're going to be eating and drinking, so the weight allocation will change as we go. I think, so I'm going to plan on having about 6 hours once I get all this stuff back and drop the stuff I'm not going to be taking with me. Probably about 6 hours of daylight left. I think that might be enough to get through the ravine. But part of me wants to just... play it safe and maybe rest the night, so that I know that I'm gonna have enough time. You know, I can leave with like 10 hours tomorrow. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, yeah, we can go ahead and eat. Down another kilo of meat. Actually, just gonna drop the crackers. I mean, the crackers are actually a really good food. They kind of have a lot of calorie value in them, but I have plenty of meat with me, so it's like I feel like I just really don't need it. Oh, I accidentally brought some cardboard matches with me. We'll drop these. We can drop this 70 sewing kit. We can drop that. Take the 100 with us. We're doing. We can drop. We'll put that. Actually, we'll put the leather and stuff. We'll put that in a. We'll put that in a drawer. Yeah, we're still gonna be way overdone. 7 hours of daylight left. It's still 8 over. Probably 9 over now. 10 over. Oof. Seems like, well, let's see what the weather's like. The weather could have turned on us a bit. It's warm, but the fog. You know what? I'm just gonna rest tonight and see if the weather turns better. The main reason is that you know, with all that food that I'm carrying with me, I'm not worried, you know, about running out of food. I can just, you know, come in here, I can rest, I can go check outside, I can rest. So I feel pretty secure in waiting for a slightly better, you know, a slightly better shot. So drop that, double check, we're looking good. 7 hours of daylight left, so what I'm probably going to do is I got almost full up on food and water, so I'm going to rest for 10. It's going to put us into the hours of darkness. It should put us pretty close to like 10. Yeah, let's see, there you go, 9, 8, 7. Okay, so I can do another like 8 hours of rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to drink our waters, and then we're going to eat. Get ourselves back up to... That's pretty good, actually. And then we're going to sleep for another 8. Alright, it's probably going to be a little bit chilly, because it's the break of dawn, more or less. But we can, like I said, with our clothing as good as it is, we should be able to make some headway without too much risk to ourselves. Now we're only 7 over, and that's still a little bit much, but it's not awful. So let's see. As long as we're not looking at a blizzard out there, we should be pretty good to go. Oh, great. That's more crap to carry around, but I kind of want the lantern fuel. Where are we at now? Jeez, we're back up to 10. Oop, cancel. No, just have to be careful. You know, I'm not going to do any, like, crazy exploring. That's fairly clear. I mean, I can see the hills, I can see the train tracks. I'm pretty okay with this. It's, feels like it's negative 22. It's cold out there, but, our clothing, I'm telling you, this clothing is just stellar. Oh, I was going to drop that. Derp-de-derp. Man, what else did I pick up that I did not remember to drop? Normally, you know, if I wasn't so overburdened, I'd just be like, yeah, let's carry it and, you know, take care of it wherever I'm going, but yeesh, I got so much stuff that that 3 That 3 kilograms I just freed up is not an insignificant thing. Okay, clothing. I'm only wearing the clothing. I got a bandage, I got some painkillers, I got one of my wound dressings. That's all looking good. That's all looking pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty heavy. This isn't gonna it's not gonna give me any extra weight. It just transfers weight from one to the other, but yeah. I'm all turned around now. There we are. So that gets me to 37. Okay, well, it's not as low as I might like to be, but like I said, as we progress through the ravine and eat and drink to keep our strength up, we'll definitely lighten up a bit. It's even starting to warm up just a little bit. Isn't that something? Bad dog, go away. Bad dog, go away. I don't know if they can follow you. Kinda doubt it, but who knows? Leave Mystery Lake. Mystery Lake was pretty good to us, so we've got about 12 hours to make our way across here. Raven Falls Railway Line. This will take us to the coastal highway. I've done a little bit of exploring this area. I didn't, do anything extreme. Really, I mean, just follow the tracks. Sort of, actually. There's one place where you kind of have to loop around. I can't remember if that's earlier or a little bit later, but you'll see it. You'll be following it, and then it's all of a sudden it's like this twisted wreck and mess. So he's like, "Oh, can't go that way." I also don't remember any wildlife being out here. First time I came through here, I was paranoid. I was expecting to get, bears and wolves at every turn, but, oh, there's deer. And, to be honest, where there's prey, there's usually predators, so I shouldn't be too, free and easy. I should be paying attention. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to, this is where the wreckage is and where it's impassable. See some, geez, deer, where are you going? So there's some crows over there. There's something dead. It could be a person. It might be a deer. I don't know which. But let's just make sure that we're prepared. So there's a box. There's usually something out here that you can pick up. Anything? It's empty. Brilliant. But there's always that little bit of scrap metal to make your day just a little bit better. So, like any hoarder, I'm picking up all the things as I go by. After complaining that the stuff I have is too heavy, I'm picking up more stuff. Because that's how I roll. Like a waterfall thing over there. I don't think you can actually walk off of it. But, in general, even if the stream is frozen like it is, the closer you get to a waterfall, especially if the water is still moving underneath, is likely to be weaker just because of that movement of the water. So I don't recommend trying to walk out and like look over the edge while standing on the ice. That would be a really embarrassing way to die. Just double checking the temperature. You know, if it's got the wind seems to be picking up, and my clothes are pretty good against wind chill, but I want to make sure that I'm paying attention. Don't need to get frozen out here. With where I'm at, there's also birch bark. This is also a tinder, so it's good to know. Some more birch saplings, I'm guessing. Stop hoarding everything. Jeez, what am I doing? Yeah. And here I go. I'm telling you. It's a disease. Oh, jeez. Well, that's a wasted round. My mouse has a really sensitive right click. And so, maybe I shouldn't just be holding on to this right now, to be honest. There's some old man's beard there. I'm not sure what else might be in the back. Looks like there's a deer carcass. There might be a cave back there. I could all... Oh, jeez. Why am I dumb? Another deer. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this old man's beard lichen, because if I get three of them, I can make, next time I hit a workbench, I can make another wound dressing. So I'm trying to be really careful right now. Seriously, dear? The last thing I want to do is to run across a bear and then piss it off. Because it'll eat me, and I don't want to get eaten. Grab all of it, why not? I've had a bad experience with bears. You know, they, the one time that I actually got caught by a bear, and I think I may have explained this beforehand. What am I doing? This is so dumb. Why? Why am I walking toward this cave? This seems like such a terrible idea. I have food. I'm not worried about food. He just like totally snuck up on me, and I don't even know how. It was in Desolation Point. Okay, so this cave's empty. I'm not staying back here. This just seems like I'm trying to get killed. But yeah, so I was out of Desolation Point by this, like, it's like a fishery kind of building, like a fish processing building. And I was poking through all these abandoned cars, because a lot of them had like candy bars and sodas inside and whatnot, and I was just kind of making the rounds and collecting everything up. And the next thing I know, you know, I search for this car, I get out of the car again, I turn around after popping the trunk, and all I see is this brown bear, or black bear rather, excuse me, he's a black bear, just like towering over me. The next thing I know, it's just all going bad. And he didn't actually kill me, and so it was kind of a pleasant surprise that way, but I was mauled, I was bleeding, I barely made it back to my base camp at the lighthouse, managed to patch myself up. I had like 6 condition left when I made it back. I was like trailing blood all over the damn place. So yeah, I have what I call healthy respect for the wildlife now. It's like I try to avoid pissing off the bears. I try to avoid giving them the any reason whatsoever to come after me. So you can see there's the kind of derailed train, and is that another dead deer? Jesus. What got this one? It's pretty well eaten up too. Jeez Louise, man. I see all these dead animals, and I'm just like, there's something that's killing them. They're not just falling over. Anyway, So this coming up is the first of what I call the nope moments of crossing this zone, and you'll see why after I eat a little bit of food just to get myself topped off here. This is like by far one of the worst ideas I could really think of in a survival situation, because you have to cross this. You have to. It's the only way to keep going. And you know, so it's windy. You gotta. Oh yeah, I forgot there's the dead guy here. Put the gun away at the moment. So this poor guy. I think what happened here is he probably saw this, and he was thinking about doing what I was about to do here, and he decided, you know what, this is a dumb idea. I'm not going to do it, and he ended up freezing to death because he didn't progress on any further. Rose hips. You can make tea out of rose hips. So this is. Does anybody else think that this is just a terrible, horrible, just utterly stupid idea? I mean, don't get me wrong, you make it just fine, but I'm just like looking at that. I don't think I could do it myself, unless, yeah, okay, you know, you had that bear that I was worried about. If he was behind me at the time, maybe I could make that. You know, death by falling or death by getting chewed apart. Looking at that, that fall would probably kill you instantly, right? Maybe that'd be a better idea. Alright, so here we are again. Hey, look, there's another box back there. Still doing okay for a temperature. I would have so froze to death already if it wasn't for these animal clothes, I'm telling you. Nothing in the box, but that's okay. Now we follow the track some more. So there's like a little tunnel coming up, and if it's you know, if I am getting cold, or if I left a little bit later and I needed to, you know, I wasn't going to be able to make it because it was getting dark, this tunnel up here. It's actually a pretty good place. If you get the right spot, you're pretty shielded from the wind, and you can shelter there pretty well. You might notice there's some mushrooms up there too, those stumps, the reishi mushrooms. And you can make a tea out of those as well, which I believe it's the antibiotic tea. It's like, I think you can use it if you have food poisoning or something to kind of recover a bit. Is there nothing here? Oh man, nothing here. Okay. But yeah, so you can use the reishi mushrooms to kind of make a tea. That's not going to get me anywhere. And it's like all the natural things you can harvest. The rose hips, I think, are a mild stimulant, so it makes like a tea that functions kind of like coffee. And then obviously the old man's beard lichen, you can use the bandages to make a wound dressing that doubles as antiseptic. So. Looks like this episode's going to go a little longer than I normally plan on as well. Wasted some time there in the dam, and then this is taking a little bit longer than I remember, but again, it's been so long that it doesn't surprise me. Gotta admit, the scenery's pretty nice. It's some pretty impressive stuff going on here. Well, I'm not sure for certain. You kind of have to get into the right spot to get out of the wind in this tunnel. I think because it does function kind of like a wind tunnel. So unless you're in the right spot, you're just kind of sitting in this channel where all the wind goes through anyway. Still doing pretty good though. I'm not that tired. Still pretty full. Pretty good for thirst. Always paranoid here. I don't think I've ever had an animal be around this corner. But it just feels like a place where you have nowhere to go. And usually it's right back there is where I camp if I have to. Get nice and shielded. Alright, through the tunnel. Can't remember if the tunnel is like the halfway point or if it's like the 2/3 point. I seem to remember the first time I did this trip, I was surprised that I got through so fast. But here is the Nope moments reprised. This is another thing that I don't think I would be crazy enough to try short of something that wanted to eat my face off chasing me. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here in a second. Considering that I haven't seen anything like technology-wise, no vehicles or anything like that, I wouldn't be so worried about this whole, I'm going to walk across this bridge. I'm not quite sure how stable I think it is, and it does make some pretty disturbing noises. But I mean, it was designed to hold up trains. So, pretty. So, okay, it's designed to hold up trains, so it's probably going to hold up me. Then get up here a little bit more, and you'll find that there's some technical difficulties on the bridge. And that's I mean, come on. That's a long damn way down, and this just scares the hell out of me. And it's not even real. It's like not like I'm actually doing this, just the thought of doing this though. And then you get that. And then I'm like, oh god, get off the bridge, get off the bridge, get off the bridge. So, yeah, there you go. Kind of terrifying. And your character's just like, I'm on it, don't worry about it. The character's got some serious skills here. Another tunnel. Leave the ravine, so this tunnel is the way out. And we should be at the coastal highway. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the coastal highway. It's another rather large area. I'm not sure in terms of space if it's the same size, bigger, smaller than Mystery Lake, but it's a whole new place to explore. Crows over some body again down there. Who knows what exactly. So if I remember right, you get some kind of switchbacks of the trail here, and then eventually come across some more trailers. They're kind of like the logging camp trailers. And we'll just, in fact, I think I see one just up there. And that will kind of take stock of the situation there, and that's probably where I'll break the episode off, so that you're not sitting here watching me trudge around and all that for inordinate amounts of time. See, there's a slight collapsed tunnel over there. Got some more logs that have just kind of been stacked up here. It was probably another like loading point for whatever logging company. Oh, we got a dead person. Somebody froze. And nothing for me. Yeah, train unloading. There you go. So we'll probably just sweep to this tunnel to see if there's anything around this last car, and then we'll hit that trailer and something in front of it, it looks like. Maybe a pry bar, which I already have one of, but, you know, it's good to know if there's another one there if I need it. Don't see anything here to pick up. Yeah, that's definitely a pry bar. Alright, looks like we got an energy bar. Gotta love that. Some jerky. Not that I'm... No, I'm not trying to break down the shelf. I want the jerky. Not that I'm stressed in terms of food levels, but another fire striker. Can't say.
Be prepared for anything.
Basic. Well, yeah, it's like, dude, you've got a crap load of stuff. I'm like, yeah, I do. Okay. So neat. Got a book. No, always check to make sure that you're not passing drawers by. Kind of notorious. Some more tools. Probably leave those here as some herbal tea. You know, so that I can come back to. We got about 8 hours of daylight left, but I'm gonna go ahead and break the episode off here so that I can let you guys go and doesn't push it too long. Ooh, there's some. Before I do, we got fleece sweater. I'll leave that too. What I've got is better. So, all right, yeah, break the episode off here. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. We've moved on to a new zone and got new things to explore, new things to do. So, look forward to that, and I hope to see you again next time. But until then, take care.